Technique 27, Vegas. Now I usually start these videos out with a joke, and I'd like to tell you a pizza joke, but it's really cheesy. The Vegas technique is the sparkle in a lesson. This is when your personality really shines through. This is where you're able to put your own unique spin on whatever lesson objective you're trying to achieve. The technique of Vegas is the sparkle. The moment during class when you might observe some production values, music, lights, rhythm, dancing. Vegas draws students into a little bit of magic. But try to remember, Vegas isn't sparkle for sparkle's sake. It reinforces not just academics generally, but one of the day's learning objectives. It's upbeat, but often short, sweet, and on point. And once it's done, it's done. I found that there are a couple of sound design principles that work best when designing a Vegas technique. I want you to think about stage performers for a moment, and how they vary their tone and pace, occasionally whispering for emphasis, later speaking in a booming voice, sometimes speaking very slowly, and sometimes racing along. The simple production values that we add to the retelling of a story can successfully draw students in. Don't just think about what you will say, think about how you will say it. The teacher needs to start a fun game, something that they can control, not give birth to a monster that takes on a life of its own. Now the teacher may come back to it off and on through the lesson, but cannot lose control of it. Good Vegas starts, is fun, and then is done. It doesn't keep cropping up when your back is turned, and it doesn't start singing when it hasn't been asked to. When that happens, you have to turn off the faucet quickly. The teacher instructs. When I turn it on, it's on. When I turn it off, it's off. You want whatever Vegas technique that you're going to be using to support and sync up with the specific learning objective. You don't want to be doing Vegas just for Vegas's sake. Okay? You don't want to do something that's going to distract from a lesson rather than support the purpose. In a Vegas show, everyone is singing the same tune and doing the same steps at exactly the same time. In classrooms, everyone has to know the rules. If it's a song, everyone has to know the words and the steps. If you allow students to sing any song they want, or to make up a cheer on the spot, you're asking for trouble. Make sure you let them know exactly what you want. As for any activity or game, song, participants can subtly express their disdain for the activity and its leader by participating corrosively. Right? They might be singing off key, or too loudly, or overdoing the dance, or testing a lewd gesture. Right? The teacher has to be vigilant in their management so that as soon as it's off point, it is immediately corrected and standards of excellence are reinforced. We'll get more into this in later videos, but you've got to shut it down as quickly as possible. If you're sure to remember the production values and principles, then I think that Vegas can be a real awesome addition to your classroom. Of course, you're going to be relinquishing some control to your students, and that's okay. You need breaks, you need times to have fun, you need to be able to laugh with your students, you need to be able to have fun with them. Just make sure it's in proportion to the time spent away from the work. If it's only a little bit of fun, don't spend a long time away from the work. If it's a lot of fun, enjoy it. This technique really reminds me of a scene from the movie Swingers, in which the two main characters are driving from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. And it's a few-hour drive, and they're driving through the desert. Right? So when they start this trip, okay, they're ready, they're a little excited, but over the course of a few hours, they get beaten down. Right? They're tired looking, they're disheveled. They don't know if they're going to make it. But as they're driving down this dark desert path, they come over a little hill, And in the distance, they start to see the lights and the signs. And they just start chanting, Vegas, baby, Vegas! Right? They get super excited about whatever is over that hill, over that next ravine. Right? And this is kind of the feeling you want to engender in your students with this technique. You want to give them some reason to get excited, some reason to want to participate. Vegas, baby, Vegas. If you like this video, you can find many more on my Facebook page, Kaizen Teaching. Have a great day.